again. My name is Željko. I'm an Android developer in Infinum. And today I'll be talking about DiffUtil, which is an utility class which is now part of Android support library, and it helps us to easily update the contents of recycler adapters in our Recyclerview. So, for beginning, let's imagine ourselves that we are in some scenario. So we are Android developers. We are working in some awesome company called Awesome Company, and we are developing Pokemon applications. And we have one screen and one screen only. And when you open the application, you have the screen with Recyclerview. You fetch the data from some external API, and you populate the Recyclerview with that data. So pretty much simple. But also we have two additional features. Our Recyclerview has support for pull to refresh. So when you perform pull to refresh action, we make another API call which returns a list of things called Pokemon. And we also have additional feature which will update the content of our Recyclerview by same mechanism every 5 seconds. So when I'm talking about updating, so at first we have some original list, and the second list, which has to refresh the first one. If it contains some new data, it has to be added to the original list. If some data is missing, so that item has to be removed from the original list. And if two items are the same, we should update the content by copying the data from second list to the first list. So pretty much a simple test. And then you start to develop that feature, and it turns out that you say to your project manager, like, yeah, this is an easy task, I'll solve this in a couple of minutes, and things quickly start to become complicated, because if you're in Android development for some time now, you will probably use the lazy views before and array adapters, and array adapters have some APIs which are missing from Recycler adapter, like methods for adding items to adapter, removing, clearing adapter, adding some item in some index and stuff like that. And Recycler adapter doesn't have that functionality. Yes, we can be smart. We can also use this directly on our lists. But let's say that we want to perform those actions in adapters because we want to have some separation concerns. So in most cases, when you have to perform something like this, you will quickly find out that you're missing some APIs, and you will say, okay, I will define my own custom recycler adapter. Let's call it abstract recycler adapter, and we will define all those methods which are missing. So we will define methods like add something to adapter, add some collection, add something at some index, remove something, remove collection, remove something from index, clear adapter. So those are all the methods which in most cases we need in order to add something to adapter and to remove something from adapter. So yay, now we can add and remove stuff. But that's the easy part. The complicated part is when you have to update the content of an adapter. So in most cases, when we have to update something in adapter, so we have two lists. We have the original list, which is in adapter, and we have the new list, which is obtained from, let's say, some external API service. And then you either iterate through original list and compare all the items. So the first you are searching if that item is presented in the new list. If it is, then update the content. If the item is missing in the second list, then we have to remove it manually. And if it's presented in the second list but not in the first one, then we have to add it to adapter. So things start to get a little bit more complicated. And one also important part is that we tend to forget that iterating through lists, performing all of those comparisons, mapping the data, updating the data. It can also be a heavy task. So in most cases, we tend to block the UI thread, and then we run into problems and stuff like that. So it seems like an easy task, but it's not. And all of us have some our own methods, some our own flows and utility classes how to solve this problem. So guys at Google, they made some research. They asked some developers, okay, how to solve these problems, blah blah blah, and so DiffUtil was born. So DiffUtil is a utility class which is part of Android support library, and I think it was first announced 2 months ago, something like that. And its main goal is to calculate the difference between the original list and the new list, and its output is the list of operation that converts the first list into second one. So it should help solve us the problem of updating the content in our data. If you look at some more theoretical stuff, it uses Mayer's difference algorithm to calculate the minimum numbers of updates to convert the first list into the second one. And one major drawback of this algorithm is that it has to run a second pass on the result to detect the items which were moved. This has significant impact on execution time of that algorithm. So if the lists are large, this operation may take significant time. So once again, you're advised to move this to background thread or use async task, something like that. So let's take a look at implementation. So DiffUtil has two nested classes. The first one is callback class, and the second one is result class. In callback class, so it's an abstract class which has 5 methods, and basically all the heavy work is done inside of that class. So basically here you define how will you transform the first list into the second one. So we have two abstract methods, get new list size and get old list size, where we just have to return the size of our original and new list. Then you have our items the same method, which checks if items are equal aside ID or if you can implement equals method, stuff like that. If the items are the same, then our contents the same method is called, which checks if the content of two items is the same, and if it is, then get change payload is called, where you have to provide all the updates which are necessary to transform the first item into the second one. So this looks a little bit complicated when I explain it, but it's really, really simple. So let's take a look at some simple code examples. So let's say that we have a sport class which has an integer property ID, so that we can differentiate between two items. Each sport has its name, and it has an integer property which is basically the number of sport events which are inside this sport category. So at first we have constructor, which is missing because like I didn't have enough space for that. So in constructor we have passed original list and the second list. Okay. So at first we have implemented get old list size and get new list size method. So basically we just check if old list size and new list size is not equal to null. If it's not, then return the old list and new list size. But those three methods are important. So at first we check if items are the same by comparing their sport IDs. If they are the same, then are contents the same method is called, which will check if event counts are equal. So that's basically the content of our sport class. If they are the same, then it just returns, I believe that it returns true. And if contents are not the same, then get change payload is called, where we have to return all the operations which are necessary to transform first item into second one. So basically, we just have to update the number of events from the second item to new one. And this is put in simple bundle and returned as a result of this method. I had this presentation 2 days ago at Meetup in Ljubljana, and I had a question: why didn't Google use generics for this? So why do we have to return object here? And the answer for that is that DiffUtil does not actually care about the types which are in DiffUtil. It just cares about those update operations. So yeah, we have an object. We could use generics, but we don't use it. Then we have the second important class, which is called DiffUtil, DiffResult. So basically, we have to calculate the DiffUtil on this diff callback, and the result is then stored in DiffResult. And after the result is obtained, it's dispatched to our adapter. This method will basically start the comparison algorithm, So this part should be moved to background thread or async test or something like that, because it will block the UI. And those updates are dispatched to adapter in onBindViewHolder method, which is the same one as default method, but it has additional parameter. It has additional input parameter method. So list of payloads. If the payloads are empty, this means that we are populating our recycler data. So when the payloads are empty, that's the first time when we are actually initializing the data and binding it to our folder. But if the payloads are not empty, then we have to extract the bundle, and that bundle contains the data from get change payload. So basically, this is the first time when bind holder is called, and we set the value in events text view, which is stored in our item. And when the payloads are not empty, so basically the content was updated, we don't show the data which is stored in event count, but we show the data which is stored in our bundle. The awesome thing with DiffUtil is that it also handles adding and removing the items from array vector. So all the data which is not presented in second list will be removed from original vector after this is dispatched, and all the data which is presented in the second list, but it's not presented in the first list, will be removed from the vector. And it's all done automatically. And now we can add, remove, and update the content from our adapters swiftly and with style. Also, DiffUtils have some drawbacks. So the first one, probably the major one, is that it's a blocking operation. So when you calculate the difference, it blocks the UI, it needs some time, so you have to move it to background thread. The second thing is that actual runtime of algorithm significantly depends on number of changes which have to be performed, and also on class architecture. If you take a look at some numbers, no. Okay, can we show the link?
Yes, we can.
Oh. Come on, scroll down.
Just wait.
Scroll down, scroll down. Wait.
Please wait.
No, no.
Just make it go away.
Okay, scroll down.
It's hard to concentrate when you're everything.
So here are the results. So basically, those benchmark tests were started on Nexus 5X on Android 10. So if you have 100 items and 10 modifications, the execution times are okay. So at average, it needs 0.39 milliseconds, and the median is 0.35 milliseconds. But if you have 1,000 items and 200 modifications, it needs 27 milliseconds, and the median is 26.92 milliseconds, which is a little bit. It's a big number. So basically, if you have more items or more modifications, those numbers will be bigger and bigger. Can we go back to presentation?
Yes, we can.
So if you updated the Mac to Siri, I could just say Siri, go back.
Yeah, but ADB wouldn't work, so I wouldn't work, and there would be no Android docs here.
Yeah. Okay,
Don't
and the
update.
last major drawback is that due to implementation constraints, the maximum size of list is 2 to the power of 26. So basically, you don't have an endless recycler data and recycler views. Basically, they are bound to some maximum size. For added bonus, so this is a big announcement. Basically, we were working extensively on new features and updates and new products in last few months, and we decided to reinvent the Recyclerview. You're probably asking me why did we decide to do that? Well, because so we decided to launch our own Recyclerview and Recyclerview. And because we want one Recyclerview to rule them all, so basically we implemented Mjolnir Recyclerview, which provides you with a simple way to extend the default Recyclerview behavior with support for headers, footers, anti-views, DiffUtil, which is awesome. Error depth-like methods. It has generic item quick listeners, generic next page loaders, and stuff like that. And more awesome things are coming in next few updates. It's open source today.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
It will be available this fall.
Published on JCenter. It will be public available, I think, somewhere tomorrow. And it will be open source until Ragnarok. And Codes does not know what Ragnarok is, so he's probably getting fired tomorrow. And that's everything what I want to talk about today. So, so if you have some questions, but please only the easy ones, not complicated ones. Yes.
You said you had to use Courage to release the new Recyclerview.
Yes.
But you added features. I don't understand.
We were brave enough to add new features.
We are brave enough to add new features and to publicly release them. So basically, you can check them. You can complain if something is not working okay. You can open an issue, then I will have to fix it. So yeah.
Can you use it on iOS?
Well, probably not, but maybe Kiki will fork it and do some Swift
love.
alternatives. Okay, do we have some other questions? Yes.
So basically, you released Mjolnir as a simplified version for us, for new developers, to use the Recyclerview adapter.
Yes.
Much easily than we would have used it if we implemented all of those methods and used them all one by one.
Yes. So basically, it just contains some utility methods which we use every day at Infinum. So basically, in all of our projects, we have to add headers, we have to add footers, we have to update the content. So basically, we release something what will make these actions easier for you.
Okay. Got it.
Do we have some other questions? Okay.